All right, people. Hola. Happy Sunday to you. Hope everybody's day is going well. Everybody enjoyed their weekend. It's a little rainy here, but it's comfortable. It's a little warm. What is it, 70 in the house right now? So that's good because my little toes was cold earlier this morning. So anyway, I'm going to talk quickly because I don't have a lot of space on here and I don't even know how to make room. So anyway, I had somebody send me a topic prior to my hiatus, and I thought it was really good. And I just recently watched a movie called A Strange Affair on Hulu from 1996 with Judith Light. And I'm not a fan of Judith Light. I think she played on Who's the Boss back in the days and used to drive me nutty butter. But she did good in this movie, and I enjoyed it. And when I saw the movie, I thought about the letter that my girlfriend had sent to me. So I want to read. I took snippets of it because it was a little lengthy. So I took snippets of it. I'm going to read it and then I'm going to give you my 2 cents. All right. So it says, I'm deeply in love with my wife, but for several years I've been wanting to see other women. So I've been bringing up the idea of an open marriage. She flat out refused, but I was persistent and she came around. They set ground rules, what they gonna do, what they not gonna do, kind of thing. For her, it's been a big success. She's out every night on the designated nights and seeing several different men of different ages. She seems more vibrant and alive in a way that I haven't seen her in years. For me, it hasn't worked out at all. What I imagined were potential hookups turned out to be more in my mind than in reality. I told her that it's making me jealous, and she pointed out that it was my idea and that we agreed to 3 months. After 1 month, COVID happened, and she maintains that our agreement should include the 2 months once we're able to go out again. I'm torn between how much I'm hating this and how much happiness it's bringing her. I find it so funny, right, with dudes. And it's usually the dudes. I'm not saying it's always the guys, but I think it's interesting because guys are always bringing these bright ideas to the table. And when the bright ideas blow up in their face, like I'm thinking he didn't think that she was going to pop off. He probably thought she was going to be all right and that he was going to be the one that was going to be hot, and doing well with this agreement. But come to find out, it was all in his mind, which a lot of times it really is. Like women that are flirting with a lot of guys, they're just flirting. They don't want to take it no more than that, take it any further than that. And he really thought his marriage was holding him back. That's a sad, that's the sad reality. That to find out that it ain't all what you thought it was, partner. But it's also interesting because I'm wondering. I know for a fact that if things were going well for him, he would want to maintain the 3 months too, and want to pick up the 2 months after COVID. All the restrictions with COVID had passed. So it's just very interesting. And again, I watched the movie A Strange Affair, and what it was about was a woman whose husband wasn't working. He was an artist, a film person, and he wasn't contributing to the household. She had saved up $9,000 to start a business because they had 2 children in college, and so she saved up the $9,000 to start a business. Him and his mistress, the mistress impersonated her with a credit card. They didn't need, I guess, photo IDs back then. I think this was '96. I think I said that. And they took the money. And when she confronted it with him, he was like, we just borrowed it. And it's like, dude, did you just say we? Like that's your wife? Like, and I'm supposed to understand that. So she ended up leaving him, broke out that night, and got her a hotel. Same night, he done had a stroke. And the kids called, and, she had to go back. And she did, I think, something that was really sweet because she didn't have to do it. And I'm assuming that he didn't have any family or close friends that could have taken him in. But she did end up taking care of him, and I think she did that as a friend more than as a wife. I don't think that she saw herself as a wife anymore. He didn't treat her as a wife anymore, so it was more, I think, based on the relationship, how long they've been together. They had children together, and they did build a life together. So she took care of him, like changing his bedpan, his spit up, like everything. Like she was the bomb. So she ended up meeting this dude, right? And it first started off professionally, but he was really pushing, he started pushing up on her. And he was a good guy. Like, this is totally on TV. I don't see men doing this, like the husband or the boyfriend. So push come to shove, he moves into the house because he is the bomb and he's super supportive. And they just figured that they could save money by moving into this house. And the husband is livid, of course. You know, he's going off, talking about how you going to bring your boyfriend into my house and this. And he keeps referring to it as his house. And I'm so glad that she checked him. It was like, dude, you pay nothing. Like, he didn't pay nothing in the other house, and you not paying nothing here. And then there was this one scene, this fool is sitting in his wheelchair looking at the classifieds. I was like, oh, so you want to look at the classifieds now? You wasn't looking at the classifieds before. So to me, I just think it's very interesting how when the shoe is on the other foot, how uncomfortable the other person is, and they were the initiators. You know, I've never been, at least not that I know of, been in a situation like that, in either one of those situations, but I just think it's real funny when people think that they can handle the truth and they just really can't. And they underestimate people, and they underestimate people's strength and their capabilities. And again, you see it a lot of time with men. You know, they really think that they have the upper hand and that they can, you know, dictate and call the shots, and you know that they know the direction that they're going in. You know, with their little vehicles, you know, their relationship vehicles, and it doesn't always work out. So I just wanted to bring that. I thought it was very interesting. I thought it was a little comical. The guy who's upset about, you know, having an open marriage. I think that, I mean, that's hard. That's hard to know that, but it's big. Okay, it's hard to know that your person is being that successful. Now, I don't know how deep they're going. I don't know if it's just, you know, going out on dates and talking and texting, or, you know, in phone conversations, or it's actual sex, you know, and sexual things. Like, whew. Because he was like multiple men and multiple ages. And it's like, oh goodness. He made it seem like she's like just out there. Like, he opened the gate and she just, you know, hit the ground running, you know. But he might have been saying it that way just because he was a little salty, you know. Maybe just a little bit. But, yeah, I know that is super hard for him to take. And I don't know how they would, you know, move forward. And then with the break, she might be all right, you know. I don't know. That's a hard one. That is a hard one to have a 3 month span of being able to do whatever you want, and one person not, you know, not really doing well as the other person, and having to watch that or hear that. That would drive me nuts. I couldn't do it. Kudos to them. Um, but what else? I guess that's it. I just wanted to bring those two kudos on how people don't think about how it would affect them. I think it was really selfish on both parts, because I think they only thought about themselves, right? I don't think the guy who had wanted to do the open marriage thought how he would be affected if his wife did well. I think he just thought about himself doing well and himself having his gratifications, and not thinking about, well, what if it doesn't turn out this way? Am I going to be able to handle it? Again, can I handle the truth? But a lot of times people can't. They think that they can, but it takes a lot of cojones, big rather, cojones, to be able to say, you know what, I'll sit tight. And if it doesn't work for me, I'll just sit tight, ride it out, and let this 3 months ride. And, you know, we'll reevaluate then, or, you know, whatever the case may be, or we'll shut it down. But yeah, the selfishness really got him into this situation, because he just thought that it was going to work out so well for him. But he said not at all. And then he said he was going online, but he wasn't meeting nobody that excited him. He's not meeting nobody that's exciting him. Now he's not meeting nobody that's exciting him, which is interesting, because he probably thought his marriage was holding him back. You know, he probably thought that if I could just get that part out the way, as far as letting people know that it's okay, that he would be able to be in there, so to speak. And it's not working. And most of the times it's like, it's not gonna work. You know, it's the flirting and stuff people just do just for the heck of it. You know, just to have somebody to flirt with every now and again, make you feel good, stroke your ego a little bit. But that's as far as it's gonna go. It's not gonna go any further most of the time. Sometimes you might end up getting lucky, but most of the time it stops there. The buck stops there. Um, Anything else? I keep saying that. I'm a little sleepy, but I'm holding it down. I'm holding it down. I might have another movie that I can come talk to y'all about. And if y'all peeped it, this is my second video. Okay, since I've had the the two jobs. So I'm doing really well. I'm gonna pat myself on the back with that one. And that's it. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce. I hope you guys have an awesome week. Be safe. Thanksgiving is coming up this week. I hope to have me a little gift this Thanksgiving. But yeah, Thanksgiving is coming up. I hope everybody enjoys it. If you celebrate it, if you don't, enjoy your day off. If you're off, enjoy your extra pay. If you're working, whatever you do, just be safe and take care of you. And as always, peace, party people.